Earl Silbar, for a number of years you taught at the junior college level.
Yeah, I taught GED in the city colleges. I taught at a library outpost for 4 years, and I taught at Truman for 23, so a total of 27 years.
What I remember most over those years is getting notices from you about struggles that were taking place about unionizing at the junior colleges. Can you give us a little, maybe a summation of what's the status of the junior colleges in Chicago these days? The good things, some of the problems, the status of labor, etc.
Well,
you're retired now.
Exactly. I was going to say I'm retired now, so I'm not as on top of the situation as I was. I started teaching GED on March the 2nd of '79, and there was no organization. We were making $8 an hour. I used to deliver pizza as a third job to help support my two kids, David and Susie. And a friend of mine said, I got a job for you teaching GED, and it pays $8 an hour. I was like, well, that's $1 more than I make delivering pizzas, which was my third job. So I took it. I didn't even know what GED was, Mike. And I took it, and I loved it. It was like the people I grew up with and the people I used to work in factories with, and we got along great, and I loved explaining things and encouraging them. So anyway, I got involved. To answer your question, city colleges was basically given over to the people of great wealth and power. Ron Gidwitz, who came from a family that was worth at least $600 million, was given the head. Mayor Daley made him the head of the city colleges, and he immediately closed 300 locations where we had classes, and that was our first major fight. We had outposts in the libraries. We were in churches' basements, community centers, everywhere where people needed to learn English or to become literate. Chicagoans who couldn't read and write. People wanted to get their GEDs. We were teaching those classes. So Gidwitz came in, said it was managerially ineffective and inefficient to have so many outposts serving people all over the city. So he closed 300 of the 400, and we got involved in that fight. And the city colleges is still run by that class of people. And the current one is the head of Mesereau Finance, which handles billions of dollars in money. So their priorities are not, from our experience, as well as ideology and knowledge of history, but they're, in practical terms, they have a very different take on it, and so it sets up areas of conflict. But the city colleges has tremendous teachers, people who are there because they want to teach. It's not a publish or perish type of university. It's totally committed to teaching. They do fabulous work in most of the classrooms. Everybody has a number who are not so great. So the classrooms are still there. The main centers are still there. We still have, at Truman, we still have 10,000 people learning English. So there are a lot of good services, but there's an underlying conflict between the corporate or capitalist or elitist interests who are dominating it and the needs of the people who are working in it and the custom, I almost said customers, I'm adopting their mentality, and the students who are there. So there's that good things and there's that conflict going on, Mike.
Earl, thank you for that update, and tell us one more time about the rally on Monday.
Okay. 11 o'clock, CTA headquarters. We're going to stop. We're going to have a rally there. There's going to be CTA workers there. One or two of the union leaders are going to be speaking as well, believe it or not, Mike. And then we're going to march to the Boeing headquarters. We're going to have a speaker there to talk about how that relates to public services. We're going to go to the Board of Education. One of the wonderful organizations that give me a lot of hope in Chicago is called the Caucus of Rank and File Educators, which is CORE. It's a caucus in the teachers union, and they have a much broader vision about education serving the people. So we're going to have these rallies. We're going to start on Monday at 11 o'clock. We encourage everyone to come, join, bring your own signs, join in this effort.
All right. Thanks so much, Earl. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Live from the Heartland. Do it every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. I'll be back hosting next week. I want to thank everybody who makes the show possible, from Evan West to Katie Hogan to Lisa Smith to Laura Herman, all of the people who listen in regularly. Do good in the world. The world needs all the good that you do. This is Michael James for all of us saying all power to the people, over and out.